Hey, YouTubers, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base that you're gonna do. This is how we do text, baby. Man, that's back. You know what it is, know what it is, what it is. The only place, only place, only place, only place, only place, only place go get it. 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 Only place go get it is right back at the base that you're gonna do. This is how we do text, baby. Man, that's back. You know what it is, know what it is, what it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Right to where preacher preach on. Man, that was bad. The only place you ever gonna get it is right back to basic. And today's topic we're going to talk about today is sending lineman a black girl black girl born to a white parents. Or it's just me? Do they look alike? Not really. Not really. People gonna have a hard time believe. But it do make you wonder though. It do make you wonder. Anyway, Shelley did Dunwood in 1955 was a black girl born to a white African parents in South Africa back in the days of whites rule and parts and to keep the races apart. It seems that her white father was truly her true father. The blood test that showed that his blood was matching hers. Notice I said it seems that her white father was her true father. Blood test shown that his blood matched hers. So that means he was fucking a black girl. Because there's no way. She might have certain things about him, but the mother don't even look no match. That'd be possible. And Shundin did also too much like her brother, Adrian, who was white. And also, though, Shelley, great grandparents were all white, and someone in her family tree must pass for white, and several people on both sides, their genes was come together in her, and most white Africans are only about 89 white by blood. The trouble started when she went to school. The white kids calling her names, Blackie and Fuzzy Head, and they hit her. The school did nothing to stop them. It saw her as the cause of trouble. For 4 years, parents and teachers of the school to push to have her kicked out. Then, in March the 10th, 1966, the police come and take them away out of take her out of the school. The government said she is no longer white in the eyes of the law, but colored, mixed race. For 2 years, her father fought to have her changed back to white and taken all the way from to Supreme Court and won, but it did a little good. Few whites school would take her. 9 says no, but only Roman Catholic school far away said yes. By then she has been falling too far behind her schoolwork and never caught up. But a few whites would befriend her. Near of many of her friends are black, and she felt more comfortable with blacks than whites. At 14, she fell in love with a black man. Her father pulled a gun on him and told him never to come back, and told her that if she married him, he will cut her off from the family. At 15, she was married him and ran away from him from Switzerland, where she would become a second wife. Her father made a good on his threat. When she was returned to South Africa, she was forced by law to live in a black township, a place with no power or running water. Even worse, her kids were not allowed to live with her. They are black. And she was still white. And she tried to get herself to change back to color so that they could stay with her. But her father blocked it and take her 10 years to get them back. Damn, that's sad. Her father went to his grave and never seen her again. Even her two white brothers, who are still alive, would not see her. They blame her for their parents was unhappy. Even if she ran away, they are never happy again. But she did to get to see her mother in 2000, just before she died. Her story was made in a documentary in the 1970s, which is not allowed to be shown in South Africa, but is also made into a book, When She Was White, by Janine Stone and a British film, Skin, in 2009, starring and Scobie Okudu and Jim Nares. This is a sad story, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. There's a real reason why there's so much racism between blacks and whites. Did it ever occur to you that, I don't know, maybe just me, last time I checked, two white people can't produce a black baby? That's impossible. And I'm not saying it can't, unless they got an African ancestry somewhere. Because let's be honest, but I hear this a lot from my people. Two black people can produce two black people produce a white baby. Two black people produce a white baby, but two white people can't produce no black baby. They can produce a white baby, and but two black people can produce a white baby and a black baby. So what does that tell you? That tell you that there's a real reason why there's so much racism. And I'm not saying, if it is, then God forgive me, that two whites can produce a black child. Come on. I mean, two white people produce a black child. But that's impossible. That's hard to believe. That's hard to believe. And I'm not saying it is. But please give me your comments. Anything can be possible, because it's not possible. Because I hear this a lot. Two black couples can produce a white baby, but two white couples can't produce black baby. It's possible, because I've been hearing that it's this one drop rule theory. If you don't know what one drop rule theory, meaning that, let's say you got a white father, right, and a black mother. What more feature is going to look more? The mother instead of the father. Let's say that a white mother and a black father. Who's going to put more features? The father. See, there's a reason. See, it goes back to the curse of Ham. For those of you that don't know more, I'm going to tell you what the Nazi and all the rest of them believe. They are trying to say they come from descendants from Aryan race. They separate Caucasian. So that means their own people slaved them by the British, by the French, by the German, by all this stuff in Switzerland and Swedish in Norway. So there's got to be a real reason why this stuff is happening. And the Persian Empire and all this other stuff, That explains a lot. And they say that the Aryan race came from out of German people, because they believe that Germans are the most they the most beautifulest men. It sounds crazy when you think about it. And loveliest women, because this is what they believe. This is not what I believe. I don't believe this kind of stuff, but this is what they believe. It's pretty awkward, kind of stupid to me, if you ask me. Anyway, somehow it happened a couple 19th century, 18th century ago, whatever that year came from. But I think it's longer than 14th centuries and 13th century and 12 centuries ago. That's what they call Aryan race that came in there, and they started humanity out of India theory. I'm not gonna explain that, but I got a video. They can look at my page. You can look it up. And white guy tried to explain that Indian theory was about, because that's come from Africa out of the theory. Because if you really listen to them long enough, you'll get why they think the way they feel. It's the way they was brought in, and the hate, resentful, all has been taught. And not just white, not just white. Blacks think the same way. I've been hearing this. Now, I doubt it if black community can produce a white baby. I doubt it. But let's just say whites and blacks was messing around, and all of a sudden they come of a different breed from different races. That's what I think. But give me your comment, because it sounds crazy to me. When the Aryan race came in, they mingled with Turks and Great Britain. They left of Turkey. There was a guy broke this down where the Aryan race come from. Not just Aryan race, but the term Caucasian, where it really came from. You can go to this video. His name is I forgot his name is, man. His name is Will or something like that, but you could look it up, because it's a definition of term Caucasian and how this come from, because they the beautiful race of people in the world, and they seen an eye of their beauty. It's something about they got a delicate flower, delicate skin. Basically means that they can, when they get cut, they bleed more easily than compared to other races. Now, it might be true right there, because there's Caucasians really do believe that, because they've been seen as seek out from innocent beings. It explains about their purity. There's something they're pure. They can never done things, never gone wrong. All that stuff is bullshit, because they done stuff like any other race. Don't even believe that's whole white superiority. If any white person believe that, you a fool if you think like that, because you know damn well y'all been broken in groups, just like black. Just like there are black people believe that we're the most dominant gene. Now, we're dominant certain genes that we had. It depends what the gene that we have. But I personally doubt it, because when I did my more research, they said blacks can produce any other color. They produce red, sometimes pink, sometimes yellow, sometimes brown. Now, it might be some truth to that. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. It might be some truth, but you got to want it. It got to be. If that's the case about this hot stuff, that explains why a lot of hatred. When Cain was been molested by his father, people thought that Ham was the one molested by his father. No, it was whatever his name, their grandfather, Noah. It was Noah was the one molest his father. I mean, molest his son, his grandson. People thought was Ham was, and not only that, but curse you cavemen. Not only that he not molested his son, he was eating them. So that explains why they think like that, because the bless of him mean he was innocent, prove his innocence. And the brother with Shem and Japheth go by their grandfather's word against their brother. Can you imagine what kind of stuff like that? See, and that's what started all this whole race stuff in the first place. For all you white Christians and black Christians, y'all need to look into the Bible, because that's where it started all this whole thing. And it started go back to Cain, when Cain killed his brother Abel because somehow he was jealous of him because he received having a father in his life, but Cain didn't have no father in his life. Because I've been hearing this kind of story for so many times. Abel's father was Adam, and Cain's father was Satan. I've been hearing this a lot. I've been hearing this too many damn times. And they say that Cain was a dark skin. Basically, they think dark skin is a curse. Being punished by God put a curse of skin mark. And it sounds funny, but anybody who thinks like that, they're a fool. It's black enough for your sin, for all the cause of things that you've done, and put you into a punishtivity, and think about all the things that you've done. That's why in the Bible says, Cain should not be killed. He already been punished, been washed away, and as a way of punishment, what he did to his brother. For they won't end up like Cain did, meaning forgive him for what he did to his brother Abel. Just like Noah had to be forgive what he did to his grandson, molest cavemen. People really thought so. After Noah wake up of the wineness and say, "Curse you, cavemen! Curse you, cavemen! Been served by the Japheth and Shem." That's what started all this whole war between the Cain and Abel to them, Noah, to Ham, the cavemen. Because when you say cavemen, it became cannibal. See, it's the same thing. And not only that, they became Canaanites. That explains from the motherfucking Middle East. See, why I'm doing this? I'm doing this because people been conditioned all their lives with raising this way. And the saddest part, man, is United Nations make Caucasian think like this and think blacks like that. Only way to stand this against the towards racism is to have to stand by about it and speak about this once again, once of all, to not resentful and presentable, for it won't happen this kind of stuff ever again. I don't like racists because they need to be dealt with. That's real talk. Because them folks, they've been brainwashed the way they was taught, all they raised, all that. I only hate them for the person they are. Don't hate them for their color. The person they are. And forgive the way they are. They just receive no love. They don't have no love because they don't know what love is. I feel sorry for the folks up there because they don't seek no love. That's how they are. They get this thing that they hate to see anybody happy because you happy. They hate to see that, and they do anything to try to get attention. Well, don't become more of what you hate. Be more love, and you embrace more love for anyone and anybody will love you for who you are. Don't be hating more of what you become, because if you hate more of what you become, then people don't want to be around that. I can't stand people like that. I hate my own people like that, and I hate other races think like that. I hate when whites think like that. There's no excuse what this girl had to go to witness what she had to went through. I'm going to see this movie. But give me your comments and give you a real response. Do you think that's what caused this racism in the first place? Because humanity starts in Africa, right? But it makes you wonder, do black people are the Homo erectus and whites were the Neanderthals? That explains became light to dark and dark to light. Because light come out of the dark and dark come out of likeness. And that's what started this whole damn thing. And based on people's skin tone and different skull fracture, different nose, different color eyes and all that stuff. No, I judge the person for the way they are and how they are. Fuck the skin color. See, that's the problem. This whole I'm superior, I'm inferior. Whites need to get off of that. They need to get off of that because they were once slaves too. So they know what it feels like. Just like blacks was slaves what? Blacks were slaves also. And not only that, blacks owned slaves just like Caucasians did. So whites and blacks play a part against racism. And it should never happen, not only to whites, but to blacks, to Latinos, to Asians, every other race. Only to fight a cause against racism, they got to stand towards it and fight for the threat, for the fight against it. Make a stand, make a station, make your voice be heard, and lag will be clear to unbe heard. Alright? Alright. That's all I gotta say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Showing the deuces how we do text, baby. Until next time, alright? Alright. Peace, and I'm out.